We're creative. I look like I murdered something. Look at that. Look at that.
Where's my sound coming through, anyways?
You sound pretty shitty.
If I talk like this, am I louder?
Oh my god, you're much better. You even clearer.
Put that thing in your mouth, dude.
I hate moving this thing.
You like showing us your face instead?
What?
You heard me.
Shut up, bitch.
Your text message last time was hilarious.
Who the fuck were those guys? Who the hell? Did that fart guy win?
Yeah. Yeah.
Did the quality player won?
Yeah.
Oh, the at Wednesday night fights.
Uh-huh.
I wasn't watching at all, and then I just turn it on, and I'm seeing Pillow of Wind in grand finals. I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? Yeah, and I saw Tim, and I was like, Tim? And then I turned it off. I couldn't take it anymore.
You didn't go?
Tim? I work.
That was the one time you didn't go, and Tim makes top 8?
Ricky might have won that tournament.
Oh, who got second?
Commander Jesse, he would have fucked me up. He's actually good.
Okay, yeah, I know him. He's got a beard.
Yeah.
And I think Valle got third?
Yeah, what the hell? Why didn't Valle win?
I was like, shit.
Valle was playing really good last night, too.
I was thinking to myself, like, if fucking Tim made top 8, why the fuck is Rip not there?
What?
How the hell did you not
top
top
8? I was in fucking Commander Jesse and Richard Nguyen's pool. I literally had the pool of death.
Yeah, I actually looked at it. And I was like, who did you lose to? And then I looked at it, I was like, oh,
those guys?
Dude, I almost beat Richard Nguyen, too. I beat him the
That's
first
what
game.
I'm saying. How could it be the pool of death?
And it was. That's what I'm saying,
man.
man.
Pool of death. Featuring...
I almost got out.
Death at Wednesday night fights, you know, it's all relative. It's a pool of death when you have, you know, those guys in your pool.
That's what I get, man. I registered like the day of.
You what was I saying?
Is that a joke? That was a joke. Don't let him bully you around with these shitty jokes.
I parried it. I didn't even acknowledge it.
I was talking to the internet. I don't have any advice to you. I think the joke was to the internet, not to you. You didn't even figure it out.
What?
Anyway.
Parried again. That was sick. Good shit.
Yeah, these guys. Anyway, it's Thursday. You're watching ATP Live. My name's Eris, and joining me is Rip over here. He's been eating stuff that he doesn't seem like he's enjoying for since he got on the call.
All gone. It's all gone.
What is it?
It was blackberries and blueberries, except the blueberries were ass, apparently.
All right. And Rickstah's downstairs. What's up, man? How's it going with you? Any blueberries or ass on your plate?
No.
No. All right. Sounds good. Well, you know, it's one of those weeks where there's some interesting news. Guile, out of nowhere, Guile came out. They showed him at this some Australian shit they had where this dude came on, and you know they were like, we're gonna showcase Guile and all his moves at 1 p.m. or whatever. So I was like, okay, sounds exciting. I'll be able to see what Guile has to offer. So I waited, and I expected it was going to be something like the combat casts. You know how they did combat casts where Paulo Garcia or 16-bit or whatever, they would sit down, show you the character. It was like pre-planned. They had already, okay, let's cover these points. They had a bullet point thing. They did it with Guile, and the guy, it was like, hey, let's let this guy play Guile and let him record it. That's what it was like. It was like he had never played it before. He was just like talking about it in an unorganized way. So I kind of turned it off because I was streaming. I would have watched it the way I watched combat casts, but it just didn't seem organized, and it seemed frustrating for me to watch. So I didn't watch it. Did you guys watch it? Rickstah, I'm looking at you. Neither of you? Does that mean you don't care?
I'll play it when it comes out. I didn't know what's going to happen, first of all.
Well, I'll play it with it when it comes out is, you know, that kind of means you don't care, right?
Well, I was excited when I saw the announcement, and I read, like, their post about what his moves were and his V-trigger and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I cared enough to do all that, but I just didn't know that
stuff,
stream was. I just didn't know when the stream was going to be on.
I think they're doing it wrong.
What are they doing wrong?
They're releasing, like, an article first. Like, why not put out the video first?
You should have seen the video, though. The guy was like, okay,
No, but I'm saying like
You know.
what, like a trailer or something. You know, like
They did, didn't they?
They put out a trailer.
They did.
Yeah, but they didn't. But I
I don't
saw
think
the
it was
article
first, though.
first.
Yeah,
The
I think the
article
trailer
comes
came out
first,
after.
and that takes out. You know, like once I read that, I'm like, okay, cool. You know, and now I don't care because I read everything. You know, I don't
You're right.
need to watch video. You know,
You
I'm just like,
go
who
ahead,
cares?
go
You know, like a video to me is more stimulating
Oh,
and
yeah.
you know more exciting. And if it came first, then my hype levels will go way up. But because I read an article about, you know, oh, okay, he can walk forward now and blah blah blah. I'm like, cool. That sounds interesting. I wonder what
Yeah.
it looks like. I'll check it out when he comes out because I
You're
don't
totally
care.
right. I
Because
mean,
I
like,
don't care enough to go find the video. You know.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead, Rip.
no, I was saying, like, if they had put the video out where you just see him, like, crouch forward for a second and then flash kick or something, like, or Sonic Boom, whatever, you're just like, it's like, huh, how do you do that? And then it can create, it creates interest that way, and you skip all that by putting it all in text first.
Well,
Ricky's right.
this topic has gone in this direction without me even thinking about it. But we were talking about this with the chat room a couple days ago, and as far as I thought Capcom was the king of reveals, right? Didn't they do it really well? Because they did Street Fighter and then Super Street Fighter 4 and all these versions, and their only selling point for all these versions of the game were new characters. So they had all those trailers for Dudley and all these different, remember, like all the different trailers over all these years. And I felt like Capcom used to do it so much better. Now I don't know what the deal is, but they've fallen off. They used to have really exciting character reveals, even for Cross Tekken.
Cross Tekken was crazy.
Yeah, really exciting character reveals. They did a great job back then, but these days they reveal the fucking French fries. R Kappa destroys the character there was that picture of Alex as a gorilla. Remember that? Oh my god, that shit was too good. And then now they're Guile. They're lucky. He doesn't look like any food. He looks cool, right? I mean, in game, I think he looks a little janky. His arms look a little weird, the way they kind of look disjointed from him. And that crouching walk thing he has also really looks ugly. I mean, I was just kidding about this Clay Fighters 5 thing, but they're taking it a little too far, if you ask me. But it seems like I think No Pants mentioned it, but it seems like Namco has taken the reins when it comes to reveal trailers. The last one was Nina, and it was super sick. And I don't know, maybe Namco's doing a better job when it comes to character reveals these days. What happened? Who decides this shit?
I think the problem is the release schedule for Capcom. They've never done anything like this. Maybe they'll get better over time. This is only their second character now. They're like trying to fit these things into the months and shit. I feel like they're struggling. Like, oh god, we got to get him out in March. Now it's like guys like, okay, we got like 8 more days in the month. Put the trailer out. Put some tech shit up. Put that shit on stream somewhere. You know what I mean? And then like put it up the character. So I think give them some time, because I think before they had a lot of time to like figure out like, okay, we got this event coming up. And we're going to show them these next 3 characters, which are already done in development. Now it's like, oh shit, we haven't even finished that character yet. Is he bounced? Can we show him that crouch walk thing? Is that going to stick? Like, I don't think they want to show stuff because they want to make sure it's all going to stick before they even release it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. I was thinking about that too. Alex came out last month, right? Mm-hmm. So one every month? Are they serious?
There's like 1 or 2 gaps or something. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
They're gonna have like a 1 month gap, I think, where they're not gonna have any characters. So
it's around Evo, right?
Yeah, so I think maybe that will help them kind of catch up. But yeah, this one, they've never done DLC content like this, where they're releasing a character on schedule. So it seems like they're kind of a little bit in over their heads. And I mean, I would just, if they put out the video first, that's all I ask for. I feel like they're just doing it wrong. So
yeah, I mean that's true. Video is way better. Go ahead, Rip.
No, I think that the real reason that they can't put out the video first is because some of the stuff might change.
Yeah, you're right.
They don't want to do that.
Oh, that's funny, because the day they released the trailer for Guile, right? I was watching Hanzo Gonzo play Dark Souls 3, and he was saying that one of his nerd friends counted the trailer's frames, and Sonic Booms are now 10 frames on startup. And I'm thinking to myself, like, dude, how do you know that the trailer was recorded on the current version even, right? Or like whatever, it's like just the idea. Basically what I'm saying is there are people out there who really would like, pick the trailer apart just like they did. So, yeah, you might be right about that. You might have a point there. I don't know. But I definitely agree 100% that we need a trailer as the reveal. We already got spoiled because the whole roster leaked. So we know who the characters are. That part of the reveal, quote unquote, is gone. But at least we won't know what they look like. We won't know what kind of food is on their head, right? That, I think, they should focus on going forward. But I don't know who the next character is. It's April. There's only 9 days left in the month. So this shit's about to pop out right now, right? I mean, in the next
Well,
week.
if it goes by whatever the hell that like their little like they had some screen up or some like picture up where it's like from left to right it goes Alex, Guile, so and so, so and so, so and so, so and so. So I don't know who the next one is, but it's if it goes by that, then some nerd in the chat knows.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Nerds, get on it. Balrog is after Guile.
There
That's
you
what
go.
someone said.
Balrog. That's gonna be crazy too.
Damn, he's gonna have French fry hair? That'd be crazy.
Yeah. I mean, okay. So Guile, you guys don't know too much about him. I think he looks okay. Looks. Like
I just saw his super.
Uh-huh.
His super looks funny though. It's like he just magically grows a shitload of muscles just for a Sonic Hurricane.
It's not magic. He works hard. I think.
Okay.
I think he looks pretty cool overall. He could look worse, you know. And
Oh yeah.
I think a lot of people are really excited about him because he's Guile. You know, it's like just about the most classic character, right? I mean, I'm pretty amped up. I'm pretty excited. I don't know what happened to his move list and stuff. I saw that his back fist goes over a crouching opponent, which that kind of sucks.
Interesting.
But yeah. Oh boy, Rip, your camera froze. Rickstah.
Not on mine.
Oh, there he goes. You popped open. Okay.
I think you're having problems.
I think so, because I hear audio's cutting out from you a lot too.
Yeah,
Really?
it's all from you. You're the
Uh-oh.
only one's audio's cutting out.
Internet, do you guys read me?
I think
they
they're
can read
okay.
me. As long as they can read me, that's what matters. I mean, you guys don't need to hear me. You guys fucking
What?
just
I don't
rambling
know what you're
on
saying,
about
right?
your
I
own
s-
shit anyway.
I don't even know what you're saying right now. You just
See?
cut off a bunch.
That's what I'm saying. It
This
doesn't
is
matter.
like how a show is normally.
Yeah. So anyway, Guile, okay, whatever. Nothing else to add about the character? We don't know much about him. We haven't even tried him.
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean, somebody was mentioning about how Capcom is like, stealing stuff from KI, and they're talking about Laura looks just like Orchid, like in color scheme, etc. And I was just thinking, like, what if Balrog looks just like TJ Combo, man? That'd be sick.
Yeah, but what do you mean? TJ Combo looks just like
like
Balrog.
I know, but now the new
I mean,
version of
come on,
TJ
man.
Combo. I'm saying if the new version of Balrog looks like the new version of TJ Combo, that would be sick.
I think that
The
in
new
the
version of
end-
TJ
Go
Combo
ahead.
looks whack.
I agree, but that's why it'd be so sick because it would totally fit to Street Fighter 5.
Look, all these games are gonna fucking borrow from each other no matter what. Everything's already been done, right? I mean, they're making Dark Souls the board game for Christ's sake because everything's been done. They gotta name it Dark Souls Serial and shit. I'm not worried about that. I'm more worried about the lack of hype with the reveal of Guile. You know, I played Street Fighter. What was it, yesterday? And I've been eyeballing Twitch and I'm not seeing that much activity considering there's all this news. Street Fighter is getting news and activity. Lots to talk about, new character, all these moves and shit that's revealed in Street Fighter 5, but no activity. You know, it's like you would think it's Tekken 7 in terms of like action.
I don't know. Holy shit.
What?
You're cutting out so crazy right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's bad.
What
But
the
you
hell?
know, at least the internet is probably hearing him correctly, right? Because he's going directly to Mike through XSplit or whatever.
I would hope
So
so.
it's probably just Skype that's cutting out for us, but they're probably hearing him, so it's probably okay in that sense.
So you guys can't hear me, huh?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
What was the last thing I said? Sounds normal here, they said.
I don't remember.
Skype's a blow up today, I guess. I don't know. It just seems odd to me. I would imagine that it would be more excitement. You guys can't hear me at all, huh? I bet
No,
you
we
It does-
can. Words are starting to overlap and shit, dude. It's crazy.
Whoa.
Yeah, so it's like it cuts from the beginning of the sentence to the end of the sentence, and we missed out all on the middle words.
Vietnamese donation messages inbound, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Well, anyway, okay. You guys say stuff for a while. No? Well, okay. Next topic then. Give me a break. Jesus.
West Coast Warzone?
Oh, yeah. There's a good one hidden in this gem. Okay, you went, right, Rickstah? It looked cool on stream.
Only for like 3 hours, but yeah, I did go.
Okay, so I watched it on and off between, whatever the hell I was up to. And I thought it was a pretty cool event. Seemed like the commentary was pretty... Oh, yeah, Mike Ross and K-Brad. 2 thumbs up. 2 thumbs up. Okay, let me tell you guys why. So, West Coast Warzone, it was one of those things where I was sitting there and I was watching it, and I was thinking about like, I could have gone to that. It was pretty close, And Mike Ross and K-Brad got on the mic and they started talking shit to each other and talking shit to everyone else. And I really felt like, man, that looks like a lot of fun. These guys are making this stream fun. And it made me realize that, man, good commentators really mean a lot. These guys were really like hitting home runs and reminding me why they have good personalities. I think I've said this before, but Mike Ross is not that good with some people. And he's great with certain people. I think he's actually not that good with Combo Friend. When those 2 guys get together, they just giggle at each other the whole time. They just laugh like stoners. But when you put Mike Ross with like K-Brad or someone else, man, it was really fun. I thought that part was fun. It wasn't the whole tournament, but I enjoyed the commentary there. The part from the tournament that I think is interesting is the Alex Valle pause thing. Do you guys know the story? Because I only know part of it, and I want the complete story before I give my opinion.
I only know part of the question.
You know the whole question.
Yeah, I guess. So I was watching this. So what happened was, Valle, it was last game, last round. Last game, second to last round. Valle's up around. He does super, raw super or something. Mm-hmm. Presses pause during the super.
It was during a combo. He comboed into super and then pushed pause.
No, it wasn't during a combo.
It was just a raw super?
Because the super got blocked. So he did super, he pressed pause, and then he immediately unpaused.
Yeah. And so it was sneaky as fuck.
Yeah. Uh-huh. And so then, Champ blocked, and then, they kept playing. Valle ended up winning that round, which ended up winning the game. Mm-hmm. So Champ got up and was like, yo, you paused the game, what the hell? Yeah. And so they ended up running back the entire game. Then, which Filipino Champ ended up winning. Uh-huh. So Champ ended up winning the set 2-1. And then, for some reason, Champ was like, I guess he felt bad about the way he won or something. So he's like, no, sit down, we'll play one more.
What the fuck?
And then he beat him again. So in the first 2 set, Champ won 3-2 or 3-1, according to some people. So there was some weird things going on. To me, there's three people to blame.
Who are they?
It's the TO, Champ, and Valle. I mean, that's really all it is.
Yeah, who else is there to blame?
Okay, here's my stance on it. If you're gonna... Okay, this is fucked up. Because I've said many times, it's your job to police your own shit. You're your own referee as the player. So you can't rely on some person to be behind you and say, oh, no, stop right there. You pushed pause. He pushed pause, and he gets the round. You can't rely on that. That's never going to happen. So, go ahead.
It depends on the tournament, though.
Yeah,
remember,
when I
remember at MLG tournaments, you could never play it set unless you had some nerd in an MLG uniform saying, "Don't start the match until I say okay."
That shit is so rare that we talk hella shit about it when it happens, dude. It's so rare that you can't count on it at all. So as a player, you should always keep that in mind. You're your own referee. So if Champ is playing against Valle and he pushes pause, right when that happens, your hands are up. The cops are behind you and your hands are up. Hands on your head. Don't even push another button because this guy pushed start and that's your round, right? That being said, if you're going to be a sneaky ass motherfucker and accidentally push pause, you better unpause right away and keep your fucking game face on like nothing happened so that you can Jedi mind trick your opponent into continuing the match and fucking himself over. That was a genius move by Lord Alex Valle. That's how you cheat. That's how you cheat. Go ahead.
So we all know Valle was pulling some sneaky shit, right?
Oh yeah.
That was some bootleg fucking like that pause never happened. Just play it out. Don't look. I'm still playing really hard, right?
Yeah.
So to me, if you're gonna go through that far after you win the round, and Filipino chat gets up and complain, why not keep going? Why not just be like, you didn't stop, you know?
That's a matter of instinct, okay? Valle went on instinct. I could tell, right when he pushed that pause button, he had to act. And his reaction was to unpause and continue. Because, and he brought it up too. He brought it up to me that in the past, the one time he's ever done that was against me. He didn't bring it up to me. He brought it up to his chat, and they reported back to me. So apparently, and I don't quite remember the whole story, but he paused against me. And without hesitation, I took the round. So this time, he was like, oh, maybe this guy's fucking slow or some shit. I'll pause and unpause. He won't notice. So this was his, like, new defense. He learned from last time. Eris took the round. This time, this was his strat. I think, like I said, you know, this is one of those things where the rules are not set in stone. As we've said many times. Remember that year when Core, the firm rule was don't hit the home button or you're DQ'd. Core hit the home button, and they went up to him, and they gave him that fucking Lindsay Lohan treatment. All right, you're a celebrity. Go ahead, get out of jail free. They let him go, right? That's the way it works. It's the real world. You have to face the facts, right? So knowing that it's the real world and knowing that these rules are loose, right? They're loose rules. I love the way Valle did it. Whether or not he admits to it being a quote-unquote strat, that was instinct. He accidentally hit the pause button, and he went right back. Did you see how fast it was?
No, yeah.
Do you think Alex Valle can think that fast in the clutch like that?
No. To me, for him, it was, you know, like, the way I view it, if Filipino champ had never said anything afterwards, like, if he just got up, shook Valle's hand, and said, good game, you think Valle would have said, I hit the pause button, my bad, let's go back? Hell no. He would have taken that game, right? And so the fact that he's on stream, like, you know, on his channel, or whatever, taking responsibility for it, he's only taking responsibility because Champ brought it up.
Yeah, okay.
That's in my opinion. He would be in fucking grand finals if he could by pressing pause against everybody.
But I don't know I don't know what the lore is after the fact. I don't know what the aftermath is. But I do know what I saw on stream. And the look on Valle's face was like he was going for the jugular and nothing happened. He did, like, literally nothing happened. I didn't pause. What are you fucking talking about? You're crazy. Nobody paused. Watch this shit. I mean, he was going 100 miles per hour right after that pause. No hesitation. And Champ, he totally fell for it. The magician's prestige. He was like, oh shit, I guess he didn't pause. It's Alex Valle. Let me keep playing the rest of the match. I mean, that's not how it's done, dude. If the other guy fucking pauses, hands on your head. It's the cops. You know, that's the rule. You got to be your own ref. But I really respect the Valle hustle there. That was good shit.
You know, but I mean, like, you know, it was Valle's fault he paused, right? It wasn't his fault that he unpaused. That was just his instinct.
Yeah. That was sick.
He almost pulled it off, dude.
Champ's biggest problem was the only one, which was actually the main one, is not calling it when it immediately happened. Yeah, immediately. And I can kind of not, like, you know, I kind of can see where he's coming from, too, just because, you know, usually when a pause happens, everyone puts their hands up. Like, I didn't press that.
Not
Valle.
Like,
Valle's hands were cemented on the joystick.
That was sick.
That was Champ's issue.
I liked it. I liked that.
It was like Kai and the TO, like, that one was a little bit weird.
I don't know what that was about. Tell me that story.
Well, I mean, so he opted, you know, he listened to what happened, right? And I think if you were to just go by the rules, right?
Yeah.
Like, because the CPT rules basically say Champ wins that round, right?
Yeah.
But it wasn't stopped.
Yeah.
So, in my opinion, if they were, like, in that sense, Valle should have won.
Yeah, the match was completed. I think it should go by what happened in the match.
Yeah, so I think Valle won. But, you know, because Champ brought it up, Kai had to listen, you know, and I think Valle also kind of persuaded Kai into letting him rematch because, you know, he started to feel bad. And so then they ended up playing the entire match again, right? Which was, I guess, fine. You know, you could have just played the last round again, but, you know, they did a match, whatever. That's no big deal. But then, you know, Champ wanted to play one more game, and then they did. And I'm like, what the hell's the point?
It just
you know?
gets too ugly.
Yeah, that's just messy, you know, just like...
Yeah.
take
Dude.
advantage as a TO and just be like, no, you're done. Get off.
Yeah, you're done. You know, the thing is, getting more games in is almost worse because it doesn't really give you an accurate outcome anyway. You've already dropped the ball. It's already a big fuck up. So just go by the rules, you know? And if the match finishes, if the players don't stop themselves, I think it should be the outcome. That's the... Because, I mean, then you give a player an out. Then you give Champ an extra life, right? Because if you allow him to pull the pause card after the match has completed, you allow him to lose and then say, okay, he pushed pause, I should get a rematch. That's not fair. If you want your round, you should take it before the round is over. You know?
What would have happened if Valle had beat Champ in the last game?
He did, didn't he?
No, but like,
The last game of that set, the extra game they played.
Then that would have
went to another game after that too?
No, that would have been it.
It wouldn't have tied it up 2-2 final game?
No, because Champ only won one game.
Yeah.
It was the score technically was 1-1 at that point.
Yeah.
For some reason, after Champ won the set 2-1, he wanted to play one more or something.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That one more, if Valle had
won
won
that one, wasn't anything.
Okay, but if Valle had won that, it would have been like cool. And then he would have walked off as a loser with the win.
You go on. It's like some exhibition match or something. So that was
dumb as
like,
hell.
That's stupid. And Kai should have been like, get the fuck off the stage.
Yeah, just the idea in general of fiddling around with rematches and all that shit. All you're doing is taking away what legitimacy is left, you know? So I don't know. It just you need to be enforced. You need to enforce your own shit. That's the lesson. That's the lesson that everyone should take.
And the other lesson too is that I think before every tournament match you ever have, you need to go down a fucking like list of like things you have to do before you start. Button check, make sure all the wireless controllers are off, make sure that fucking delay pause button thing is on, because the pause button thing should never happen. There's an option for delay pause, so you have to hold the pause button down for a long time for pause to even happen. So like you got to turn that shit on, but you know, no one's used to it yet.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, it's your job. Like I said, if you want to take advantage of this nice insurance plan that's free, in case you push this button, you don't have to do anything other than turn it on. You got to turn it on. If you don't turn it on, you can't be like, oh, look, I didn't turn it on. It doesn't count. That's not how it works. You got to be your own referee. You got to follow your own shit. I don't know about the checklist. It definitely should be a mental checklist. It's like anything else in the whole world. You know, the space shuttle launch has a fucking checklist too. You know, everything has a checklist, right? Some are complex. Thankfully, this one is not that complicated. You know, just make sure you got all your shit together and you'll be good to go. It's a very small list of things that a tournament player needs to remember. You know?
Yeah, but it's one of those things where it's like, because it's a new system and new game, like no one remembers the shit. All we had to do before was plug in our controller and play.
Yeah, I mean, in the end, I'm not asking people to remember it. I'm asking people to understand that if you don't remember it, there are consequences. That's all. That's it. Yeah. You don't have to remember it. Half of you are fucking morons. But as long as you understand that if you forget it, don't go crying about some shit. What is it? If you can't do the time, don't do the crime, right? You got to know what you're doing. If you fuck up, there's consequences. So, interesting event that transpired with Valle. Also entertaining. So, what else? What else?
Have you guys?
Go ahead.
Real quick, have you guys ever used the lock button on your sticks during a tournament to lock the start button?
I did at first because it was a novelty idea, and like, you know, you thought like, oh, it actually turns it off, but then I stopped caring.
Yeah, me too. I feel like somebody in the chat mentioned that too. Like, why don't you guys just use the lock buttons? I'm like, I think everyone has it. I don't think anyone uses it.
Well, some sticks don't have it. I think it's only the TE sticks that have it, and it wasn't until like the newer TEs, like the TE2s, that made the lock button turn off your start and select. But
what did they lock before?
Yeah,
they locked the face panel, so like the home buttons and the turbo buttons.
So you can select the start select. Interesting.
Yeah, but start and select is on the back.
Yeah, I mean, someone can hit it. I don't know who.
Yeah. Your pants or some shit? I don't know.
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah, for sure.
So, what else? What else is going on here?
I mean, West Coast Warzone, Chris T won.
That was like a ranking event, but not a major event, right?
Yeah, but there's still like a lot of players there. A lot of good US players.
And the points matter too.
The points mattered.
It was a glorified Wednesday Night Fights. It was like Wednesday Night Fights with the cameo from NorCal, pretty much.
Yeah, okay. So it was like the first Wednesday Night Fights.
Yeah, actually.
Cool. What
But
happened
yeah,
to Last Place Ninja and those other guys? He
he
was
was
like
there.
slated to be super good, right?
Well, I mean, you're good when you've had the game and no one else has touched it. That's when you're
Oh,
good.
I didn't know that was the
Uh-oh.
lore.
Uh-oh.
Oh shit! Rickstah versus Last Place Ninja next Wednesday.
He'd fuck me up. He's had the
Yeah.
game like
Would
2 weeks
he?
longer than I have.
He's had the game much longer than you. Pretty good, pretty good. There was one other piece of Street Fighter news, right? What was it? Oh, Red Bull Kumite. So,
Okay.
I don't know what day this is on. I'm sure the chat room will tell us because none of us feel like Googling it.
2
But
days, 23rd and 24th.
it's a 2-day event with like 8 people in it?
Oh no,
16.
there's a. I think they're gonna do the last chance qualifiers because there's 16, but only 14 people invited, so 2 spots.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
got a
it's
player
like-
list here.
It's like Killer Bitch Stink Cup, right?
Mhm.
Where like you go the first day and try and get into the second day. Cool. What's the list?
Justin Wong, Gamerby, Momochi, Punko, Xian, Aliun, Kazunoko, Kiyoma, the Brazil guy. I forgot he was in this. Infiltration, Snake Eyes, Tokido, Bone Chan, Luffy, and Daigo.
The big one is Daigo, right? First time he's ever competed in a major in this game. Am I correct?
Pretty much.
So that's what everyone's waiting for. Also, I heard some uproar because this is an invitational, and a bunch of people were like, why the fuck is this guy invited? He sucks at this game. Why is this guy invited? He sucks at this game. I mean, probably the same reason Justin Wong and Rip and fucking these guys were invited to play Pokken, right? It doesn't matter how much you suck at a game. It matters that you're a established player, and, you know, I don't fucking know. Whatever. Punko, you guys pissed about him being there? That's
No.
what I heard.
Oh, I think
What?
Arturo might be.
Why does everyone keep saying that? Is that really true? Arturo's pissed about Punko? Naranagi said that shit to
I
me.
thought
a
he
couple
said
days
something
ago.
about, like, you know, why
He
is
got-
Punko sponsored?
Art got a little bit, defensive when Punko got sponsored, and he's like, "I'm #1 on the leaderboards. Where's my sponsorship?"
The leaderboards. Check the leaderboards.
I don't think he's ever.
That's
I don't
some
think he ever
Tom
said
Brady
that.
shit.
But
Check the leaderboards. All right,
Uh,
all right. It makes sense. Get Punko versus Arturo next Wednesday night fights. It's gonna be stacked next week. What else? So are you guys? What's the deal? We're gonna watch it. It's gonna be tight, I guess.
you know who? So like Daigo and I guess some of the European guys, they did a pre-stream. For Kumite today,
Okay.
and so they're showing some of the players that were going to be there, and like they were showcasing some of the players that would be in the last chance qualifier. And there was a guy that Rip has played against in a certain fighting game that was on it, and he did pretty well. His name is Genius. Apparently, he's been playing Street Fighter V a lot.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Genius,
Who's
our
he using?
French comrade.
Birdie.
Ooh,
Yeah, so I was pretty
That's
interested.
scary.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah. But yeah, they were just showing some of the players. Daigo looked like he was hella tired and celebrating 420 a day too late. So, you know.
Wow, you guys are cutting out now too. So Skype's shitting its pants today, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Fucking Skype. Okay, well that's definitely a big, huge event for Street Fighter V. If that doesn't pull the numbers, how many numbers is that gonna get? 3 or 4 numbers?
What?
3 or 4 numbers.
How many views? You guys gotta stay sharp. How many numbers?
I don't know, man.
100K?
It's gonna be. It depends on what channel it's on, but I mean, it's gonna be like 20K at least.
Oh.
Minimum.
Oh,
Minimum.
but like it's gonna ramp up to like maybe 30
Yeah.
or 40 when it
No, I
when it
think
gets
it's
to
going 50.
Daigo versus Infiltration.
Yeah,
See,
it's going
that's,
50.
That's what I'm asking you. I want to know the scope of this type of event. I was about to say 100K. I thought it was going to get to like 80K.
The problem
Nah.
is, well, time zone is one thing. I don't know when it's going to be on,
Oh.
but there's also 3 events this weekend. So there
What are the
might
other
be
two? Oh.
PAX
Okay.
has an invitational, and there's also Texas Showdown.
I don't think those will conflict with each other though, just because of the time zones.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So depending on how those things work out, we'll see.
Hmm.
You know
Wow.
what though? I'm kind of dreaming the like circumstances for this tournament and like the storylines in the future.
Yeah.
I don't want Daigo and Infiltration to play just yet. I think because
shit. That was
personally, I think Infiltration's gonna wreck Daigo.
You don't believe in Daigo?
Not right now.
Have you seen the full
Wow.
parody?
Like 37 million views, right?
Come on, man.
Damn.
He's Dago. Who the hell is Infiltration?
That's why I don't want them to play yet, because I want the Daigo, like the allure of the Daigo Infiltration match to be hyped up when Daigo gets good enough to be able to challenge him, I think.
Evo. I agree with you. I was only pulling your chain a minute ago.
Yeah.
I agree with you 100%. Infiltration's gonna fuck him up, dude. Oh my god. It's crazy how bad he's gonna fuck him up. I agree.
Really? You guys think that bad, huh?
I mean, dude, Tokido cannot be that much worse than Daigo with the same fucking character, right? And Infiltration pushed Tokido's shit in twice.
I don't know about that, because Tokido Tokido I don't think has ever been like a Shoto player other than Akuma, right?
Right.
And Akuma's not necessarily a traditional Shoto.
Yeah.
So
I don't know, man. That's Tokido. He's capable of playing any fighting game character in any fighting game he wants.
But he's not a specialist, you know?
Yeah, he's not a Bob specialist in Tekken 6 either, and he made top 8 twice at Evo.
Yeah, but that's because he knew how to abuse the cheap shit, right? In this game where it's Street Fighter, like, you can't just be abusing cheap shit, you know, and just because you're a good fighting game player. Now you have to be abusing the cheap shit and knowing your character almost inside and out. Even Tokido said himself, he doesn't know when to throw fireballs. Like, he says that that's an issue of his as a Ryu player, because he's never, you know, had to deal with it. He just, you know, he knows like he should be, but he just doesn't know when or when is a good time. And I'm sure Daigo doesn't have that problem.
Mm-hmm.
Intriguing. So now you're a flip-flopper.
No,
a minute ago you were shitting in Daigo's mouth, and now you're like, Daigo doesn't have any problems. What are you talking about?
No. I was saying that you said that Tokido can't be that much worse than Daigo, and I said that he can be, but I don't know if he is. You know, I personally think that right now it's just Infiltration versus the world, and the world is severely behind.
I don't know, though. Another thing I think is likely is that a lot of people are going to be looking at Nash now, and I think a lot more people will be ready for him, right? So I'm hoping that a lot more people will be ready for Nash. The matchup will be well-ground, you know, well-ground Chuck.
Does anyone know if what the prize is for this tournament?
Good question. I'm sure a shitload if it's called.
Because I haven't seen. I'm looking at their Facebook page about this thing, and I don't see anything about prize.
Why would they tell you the prize? You're not invited.
Yeah, I guess not. These guys are battling for pride.
It's a Wii U and a copy of Pokken.
It's cool though. I mean, there's just so many interesting matches, especially with Infiltration, just because you know, I haven't seen him versus Justin yet. I haven't seen him versus Snake Eyes yet. You know, I haven't seen him versus so many of these players, and it's like I want to see it now though. Yeah. So I'm hoping
it's gonna be dope. It's gonna be dope this weekend, and then you have the wild cards like Genius and shit. So that's gonna be fun. This weekend's gonna be crazy. Cool. And then Texas Showdown, that's on Alex Valle's stream. Level Up is gonna be there, and I think I don't know who the hell else is going to be there, but make sure you check that out. Level Up Live or Level Up Series or whatever.
This guy in the chat, Yucky Yuck, said that there was no prize money last year.
No way. Really?
There's nothing listed, and they didn't last time. They probably fly everyone out and just have like a dope-ass event, you know?
That sounds kind of odd, but maybe you work your ass off for nothing?
I mean,
show them all your... Oh, wait a minute. CPT spot. No?
Is it?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I think it might be.
Dude, how are you going to work your ass off, reveal all your strats to
Maybe
all the players that are going to be there?
Come out.
I don't know. I think it's going to be some kind of points or CPT spot or something. It has to be. Or I wouldn't go. Why would they go?
Because you're sponsored by them, or you're trying to get sponsored by them?
Maybe. Maybe you're right.
You think Tokido's going there?
Yeah,
you think Tokido's leaving there as a Red Bull Tokido?
Damn.
Yo, dude, that might happen. Holy shit.
You think Daigo's been drinking all that Red Bull on his stream for no reason?
Are you serious? Has he been?
No way, really?
He's been streaming from the Red Bull offices in Japan.
Damn. Uh-oh. Wow, Red Bull Daigo?
Whoa.
He's still mad cats. You can't take that away from him.
Wow.
No shit. Yeah, maybe it is one of those events where it's like the Olympics.
Yeah.
You don't really win anything per se, but if you win this shit, you're probably gonna get a job playing video games. So
dude, that would be so sick if he gets wrecked by people who are responsible for other teams, and then he still gets picked up by Red Bull.
So,
He
I mean,
still should.
No,
Yeah,
I know.
he
I'm just
still
saying.
should.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Deuce.
Daigo, man.
But
Dude, when I was in Japan, I went to there's like a Best Buy or whatever, I don't know what it's called in Japan, where they have a Daigo section. I'm not even
what?
fucking kidding you. It's like
Wait,
a
go back and say that you got cut off.
They have like this department store. It's huge in Japan. And there's an electronics section, a floor, that's electronics only on the whole floor. And they have a Daigo section of the electronics section. There's a fucking huge mural on the wall with his picture. It's the Daigo section. He's a fucking rock star, dude. He's a rock star. Red Bull is gonna suck his dick, of course. Even if he's in last place. He's a celebrity over there, man. So, yeah, that's gonna be tight. That's gonna be tight. Good shit. What else? Anything else in Street Fighter? Oh,
PAX Arena, right? They've got an invitational.
Who's
going on this weekend. It's an $8,000 tournament.
Ooh.
It's Long Island Joe, Knuckle Dew, Arturo Sanchez, Moons, Ricky Ortiz, K-Brad, Flash Metroid, and Marn.
Wow. That one's colorful, right? That one's exciting. That one's going to be the one to watch for sure. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff to watch this weekend.
Yeah, so all the killers are going to be at Texas Showdown this weekend. Make sure you guys tune in.
Wait a minute, who's going to Texas Showdown?
Yeah, you know it's funny because like all the fighting game players I'm following on Twitter, it's like I'm flying out right now, and I'm like, where the fuck is everyone going? It's like everyone's flying somewhere, and I don't know if it's Texas.
So wait a minute, who is going to Texas? Is that a CPT event? Texas Showdown? Anybody? I didn't think it was. I don't know. Whatever. Okay.
I can Google it.
No big deal. The chat room is like a slow 40-second Google.
It's like 56K, dude.
Yeah, dude. I like it. It's old school. Well, anyway, okay. So Street Fighter.
It's a ranking event.
Yeah, like West Coast Warzone, right?
Yeah.
So, okay, good shit. Street Fighter 5, no other news, Guile, whatever, all that stuff. More on comment. Oh, go ahead.
Hold on. There's Street Fighter Crash is still going on.
Oh yeah, I didn't watch it. How was it?
Our only Tekken player in Street Fighter Crash is named 200 Won.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay.
And he's the only person that's beaten Infiltration on stream ever.
Wow.
No way. Tekken player. All right. I like that.
So he beat Infiltration and then he lost to Sean.
He's an Ana player. Who does he use in Street Fighter 5?
Mika.
What a cheater.
Yeah, the lore behind it, according to Mao Mao and the other guy that he was commentating with, much better job this week, by the way.
Nice.
Good job, guys. Was that they called him the gambler. Like the Tekken community calls 200 Won a gambler because he just takes big risks and shit. So I guess it works out with Mika.
You know, it'd be really funny if they literally mean he's a gambler.
Well, yeah, just like
that's what he does. He gambles for a living. He's a gambler. Not in the game though. He's rock solid. I don't know. I that sounds good. I didn't get to watch it, but that sounds pretty cool. Or maybe I did watch it. I can't recall. Maybe I think it was on, but it was on mute, so I wasn't paying attention because I was streaming. But cool, good shit. Street Fighter's moving along. After talking about all this stuff, right? It makes me think that Street Fighter V is super heavy and popular in terms of events and tournaments, but house streams are not what you see, right? I mean, some heavy hitters will stream and they'll get some big views, like Snake Eyes. I know he streams and shit, but it just seems like the smaller streams are not really that exciting, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is with that game, but I'm looking forward to seeing. The reason I keep bringing this up is I can't help but think about what kind of a splash Tekken 7 is going to make when it finally comes out on console. What's going to be on the horizon for Tekken 7 to even compete with, right? It's getting to be the time where it's like, if they wait much more to put out Tekken 7, they're going to have to put it on another console, right? So it's got to be sometime in the near future. You were mentioning last week, E3 is coming up, right? It's got to be announced at E3 or Tokyo Game Show. There's no Tokyo Game Show this year, am I right?
What? I didn't know that.
Or some shit like that. Or maybe it's scaled down or something like that. I don't know.
I haven't heard.
But that kind of relates to the Mad Catz thing that they pulled out of the Tokyo Game Show event. And they're not a CPT sponsor too. I heard about that.
I thought that was just a Mad Catz thing, not a Tokyo Game Show thing.
Well, Mad Catz ran a huge Tokyo Game Show tournament, and now they're not.
Yeah.
So
I think
that's a pretty big deal.
I just think that's a Mad Catz thing.
Yeah, because Mad Catz ran the tournament.
Yeah, but I don't know about Tokyo Game Show for a fact. I only heard that they were scaling it back. I don't know if that's a fact or not. But what else? What are we talking here? I mean, do you guys think that Tekken 7 could... What the fuck was that noise?
What the hell's wrong with you?
I think I heard something, but I don't know what it was. Well, anyway, this sounds exciting to me for Tekken 7. As a fan of Tekken that's been waiting this long, it might be like the silver lining that's, you know, that revolves around this launch. What the fuck are you guys laughing about?
Man, it is getting really hard to understand.
Understand me. I forgot. I wish we could hear it. I wish there was a way for everyone to hear it so we could all laugh. You guys are just being fucking
dude, I should just turn on my stream right now. Well, no, then you'll see my Skype face all gigantic. I don't want that. Never mind.
Yeah. And apparently that noise you heard was a Skype noise.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, whatever it was, it spooked me for sure.
Maybe it's some random chick that tried to add you on Skype.
Is it from behind me? I highly doubt that that's what it is. Okay.
I'm sure that joke was hilarious. I didn't hear it.
Oh, you can't even hear me still?
No, we can hear you. It just comes and goes, dude.
Yeah.
That's rough. Yeah, I know the chat room can hear me clear. It's just these two morons can't hear me.
It's Skype, dude. It's
Get
Skype.
better internet, bros.
It's yours, jabroni.
You don't need to raise your voices.
I lowered mine.
Okay, so all right. Let's talk about the next shit. What's the next thing? Mortal Kombat. I've been trying to say there's nothing going on for 30 minutes.
Good. There's nothing going on. Next topic.
Okay. Mortal Kombat. Who gives a shit? ESL. This and that. 50% combos.
Top Rating still streaming.
Going on. There's nothing else going on, right? It's fucking. It's dead as a fried chicken right now. It's just the Guile thing, the Valle hustling at West Coast Warzone. The big events are this weekend. I mean, all the other games have become stagnant right now, right? Pokken's getting older. Oh yeah, 1K entrance at EVO. What do you guys think about that? That's a pretty big deal.
Nintendo Evo.
Yeah. Whatever, it's cool. Oh, PS4K.
Wait, hold on, wait.
Go ahead.
But Pokken breaking 1,000, Ricky, you brought up a point last time we talked about this. No other games did that except for Smash and Street Fighter last year, right?
Guilty Gear.
Guilty Gear, that's right.
But every other game was well below 1,000. The only one that was close was Mortal Kombat too, by the way.
Okay, so there's a bunch of games.
No, but this year, to me, a lot of the games for Evo this year are the same games. So Guilty Gear might be the only one that comes back.
3 Mortal Kombats, 5 Smash games. That's what I've been telling you, man.
Yeah, so it's like over 1,000 players. Like it's gonna be the Smash games, Pokken, Street Fighter 5, maybe Guilty Gear, and maybe Marvel. Marvel is always just kind of one of those weird. I mean, last year
you think Marvel's gonna go up that much?
Well, it had 800 something, right? So it's only
that's a lot to go up, man.
It's not gonna go up. It's gonna go down.
I don't know if it's gonna go up or down, you know. But Marvel's always kind of been just there, you know. It's like it's hard for it to die in a sense. Like, people keep saying it's dead, but like it's not dead. It's almost dead.
I think it's a little too poverty to ever die.
Yeah. Right? But I mean, it's like, but yeah, every other game is going to be an old game, so there's no way MKX is going to have more than 1,000. No way. So
you don't think so, huh?
I'm calling them out, NRS bitches.
Oh,
wow.
It proved me wrong.
For no reason. He doesn't even give a shit. He doesn't care about NRS, Mortal Kombat, no stake in the community. He's just massaging some excitement. NRS bitches. Come out, pussies.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I'm like helping the community out now.
I know.
All right.
Nice going, Rick.
Pretty
I know.
good.
Damn it.
Good
Nothing's
shit.
going right.
Yeah, and the killer instinct, killer bitch stink bitches need to come out too. All right.
Oh my God, weren't they the lowest entrance last year?
It's like gonna be their 4th Evo, right?
Fourth year in a row of being the lowest entrance. Is that what that's gonna be?
No, I think it was like Persona.
Why you gotta talk shit, man?
I'm bringing.
Man, you guys are like feisty today. It's because they can't hear me.
Yeah, we have no idea what you're saying.
These guys are getting riled up because they don't know what I'm saying. All right. Man, you
Dude,
guys are doing all the shit talking. I'll just sit back and
but I
hands on
mean,
my head.
I talked to Tom Brady after Evil last year. I remember what he said. He said, "There's no way in hell MKX is gonna get more than 400 players max." He said some shit like that, and I was like, "Whoa,
Yeah, but
he's
dude,
right."
he says crazy shit all the time. He's the king of saying crazy shit,
Hmm.
right?
But I'm inclined to believe Tom Brady.
Oh man, credibility just got flushed down the toilet.
Rough.
Jesus. Okay, all right. Anything else? PS4K? Any news on that? Someone mentioned it. It's a topic I'm really interested in, but I haven't been following it.
I looked. I mean, there's more rumors coming out about the specs about it and stuff,
Uh-huh.
and it's really crazy. Like, it really is going to be a massive step up. And the thing is, Sony is apparently putting in like rules in place so that if you develop a game for PS4K, it has to also run at the same frame rate or better on the PS4K. So if you run something
What?
at
You just said the same shit twice.
if you run something at say 30 frames per second on a PS4,
Uh-huh.
right? It has to be at least 30 frames per second on the PS4K, even if the resolution is higher.
Oh, okay. That makes more
Okay?
sense.
And also, there will not be any PS4K exclusive games.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Ever.
Right.
That sucks. So that
So,
means...
because that way, otherwise, it's going to split up the user base. It'd be
Yeah.
like, well, I got a PS4, but it's like a fucking, it doesn't
It's
play the
trash.
PS4 games.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. So okay, then hope for a game like Bloodborne going 60 frames is high. Like, there is a lot of chance for that, right?
It depends on whether developers patch that in. They could do that, yeah.
Huh. And do they have a price point, or it's not even announced, so they don't know?
I hear that the price point they're aiming for is still 400. So
What
it'll
are the
probably.
specs?
I don't know the exact specs. I mean, it's like I think the original processor is like 1.6 gigahertz. I think the new one's 2.1 gigahertz, and then I think they doubled the number of cores in the GPU. So that's like a pretty big jump for the GPU. And then
Go on.
What?
I don't know
and
what
then-
the fuck you're talking about, man. Go on.
yeah, there was one other thing they improved. I think the memory. It's the same amount of memory, but it's faster memory now.
Okay. DDR.
I kept it simple for you, man. Yeah, DDR5, GDDR5, I think.
GDR5. Sounds
Yeah.
good.
GDR.
Yeah, dude.
All right, good shit.
Are there any gaming monitors that are like 4K? I have no idea. I have no interest in.
4K resolution for gaming isn't going to happen, and PS4K is not going to do 4K gaming unless it's their shitty VR looking shit that they've been putting out.
So what's it called 4K for?
Because it'll be able to upscale your games to 4K.
That's how much it costs?
So upscaling it, that's it?
Yeah.
Gives a shit, right?
Well, it's gonna also. I think the big reason they're doing it is for PSVR. I think that's the real reason they got forced into doing it. And since PSVR is coming out October, and it sounds like this is already kind of happening, like I wouldn't be surprised if it comes out a little bit after PSVR. Like I think it's gonna start getting announced around then.
So wait a minute. PS4K is not PSVR?
No, not at all. PSVR.
So this is going to be a
unit.
whole nother $400 unit.
Yeah.
Oh my god. So you got to pay $800 to VR PSVR?
Well, no, you could do PSVR on your shitty PS4 too.
Oh.
Yeah. So here's the thing, right? So PSVR is coming with that breakout box, that separate unit.
Yeah.
Know about that? Okay, so that's supposed to help the graphics power, whatever, for PlayStation VR. Now, when the PS4K comes out, we don't know if you'll still need that breakout box to use PSVR on the PS4K.
All this shit to upgrade a junk console, right? I mean, the console's already junk in the first place, right? I don't know, whatever. It's a frustrating topic.
Shit requires like 8 AA batteries and shit too.
Damn batteries? Super Scope 6?
Realistically, it's what's going to end up happening is the PS4K is going to be the real PS4, and the current PS4 is going to be the PS3.5.
Don't say that.
I'm just saying that because we already talked about it last week, dude. When this generation came out, everyone was like, "Man, this gen sucks. It's barely a step up. It's 3.5." Now it'll be official.
PS3.5 looks nice. Leave it alone.
Leave it alone, the Ekbok. All right, well, okay. Whatever. Are there any other fighting games that we should talk about? No news on Tekken. Guilty Gear, I don't even know why I still bring it up.
You just bring it up just to shit on it. Every time you bring it up.
I don't really shit on it that hard. I'm always like, whatever.
Yeah, that's what you do.
Yeah, it's not shitting on it. I like Guilty Gear. You know, Jam Master John and Lambo, those guys love that shit. Two of my closest friends who randomly, like, they quit playing Tekken years ago. Out of nowhere, they randomly started being hardcore Guilty Gear X players. They say it's the best fucking fighting game since, like, the beginning, like, since Tekken 5.
Which is really weird because Jom is, like, the most, like, he hates everything.
He likes Marvel, too. So maybe maybe it's that, like, part of his personality that's calling to him like Diablo. But
well, let me bring up another game that you don't give a shit about. Melty Blood is out on some PSN or something, and it has online netcode or something.
Look, I don't have to give a shit about it for it to be cool to someone, right? Whatever. If you like it, check it out. It's a fighting game. Why not? I'm down.
It's hella old, and it was free on, like, PC back in, like, 2003 or some
I've only heard of this shit because everyone says Spooky is, like, the best Melty Blood player. I have never even seen this game, and I hope I never do. So, whatever. Good shit. Shoutouts to Lord Spooky. I like that guy. Okay. Are we already ready to call bitches? We talked about 4K, Tekken 7, Street Fighter. Red Bull Kumite is the one that I'm really excited about. The rest of it, I'll just fucking watch it later. I want to see if Daigo fights against Infiltration. You know, and if that... I just want to see Daigo fight. What if it's a blow-up? The last time we saw Daigo fight on a big stage was against Lupe Fiasco, right?
He fought earlier today against some Ken player that was like, I guess this Ken player is decent and he's going to enter the last chance qualifier. And Ken player beat him 2-1.
Uh-oh. And
I'm just like, I can't tell if Daigo just doesn't care. I mean, he did look mad tired. Like, he looked like he just flew in from Japan. So, I'm hoping maybe that's it. But I don't know, man. It's not looking good.
Honestly, I'm going to put all joking aside. I have more faith in Daigo than I think anyone in this chat. I think he's going to do okay. He might get blown up. That's probably the chances, right? But, you know, I believe in Daigo. He's been around. He's done a lot of stuff in the clutch. As long as, you know, it's going to be a matter of how much does he give a shit. You know, someone linked me to an article about how what causes people to get worse at competitive gaming as they age, and it's actually a lot less a matter of losing reflexes as it is a matter of priorities in your mind. The drive to win, the competitive spirit fades away with age, and I think other things take over. It's a really interesting article that I don't have a link for, and I'm not going to be able to link you to. But, you know, it was like...
Obviously, your priorities are really high on that article.
Yeah, did you read that article, Eris?
Well, I had someone read it to me, of course.
Google. And, I mean, was it written by, like, someone who was at least a competitive player before?
I don't know. I don't remember.
So it's just written by some bum who never competed. Like, this is what I think.
I think it was actually someone from NorCal. I wish I remembered his name. Some
David
fighting game
Serlin?
player. No, it wasn't David Serlin. But I think it was someone. I don't remember who. Someone from NorCal that enters Street Fighter V tournaments, I thought.
What, is he good?
No. But it
Jefferson wrote the article, dude.
Who?
So
Jefferson.
Thomas Jefferson?
What?
Anyway, look. Maybe Daigo doesn't give a fuck, man. Maybe he doesn't care.
He's getting more esports, that's for sure. He's turning into you.
What does that mean? He's more esports than me.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's never done it like this though.
What's he doing?
What is
streaming?
He doing?
Running tournaments and dressing up like a fucking salt shaker or some shit.
Yeah, he is streaming more. That's for sure. I don't know.
I'm
what
sure he's getting paid
long.
to do the stream. So.
Oh yeah, of course he is. I mean, they get numbers like a major, right? 10K, 20K, and shit. Wasn't the first one 30K or something?
Yeah.
Wait, what the hell is he streaming? I don't know anything about this.
Yeah, he streams every Friday.
What is it?
Street Fighter.
Serlin?
Oh my god. Is Skype that fucked up?
Oh,
you think we're talking about David Serlin?
I have no idea. I can't hear the words you guys are saying.
You think we're talking about David Serlin streaming every fucking...
I was so confused, man.
You thought he was talking about Serlin going
you
esports?
Said Serlin went esports. He's dressing like a salt shaker, and he's getting like hella screwed every Friday.
All right.
was like, what's happening
We should have
here,
kept going
dude?
with that. We should have never told him.
David
that.
Serlin? I wonder how many people in the chat know who that is. He wrote a book called Playing to Win. I have it. I bought
That
the
shit.
book.
I read the articles online. They're actually really, really good.
Yeah. I mean, it's really fun making fun of him. That's for sure. But it's a solid book. I read it. Cover to cover, believe it or not. Back before I retired. I can't believe you thought we were talking about David Serlin this whole time.
Dude, I couldn't believe any of the stuff you guys were saying.
Dude, David Serlin's going to be at Red Bull Kumite. He's one of the invited players. Arturo's super pissed. You know? Check the leaderboards. All right. Plug your channel so we can get the fuck out of here, will ya? Go ahead, Rip. You first.
Twitch.tv, level up game. What up?
Man, there's hella shit to talk about. Next week is fucking Northwest Majors, and I'm gonna be there. And are you gonna be there? Rip? Rickstah? Someone? Nobody? Okay, I'm gonna be there, and maybe there's not gonna be a podcast because I might be there already next Thursday. So if there's no podcast next Thursday, it's because I'm in Seattle already.
Do we get paid time off for that?
Yeah, same as you usually do.
Sweet.
Same rates. Anyway. So yeah, I mean, that's a potential. Northwest Majors, I'm going to be there. That's going to be tight. Tekken 7's going to be there. They're going to have a tournament for that shit. I'm sure all that region is going to come out. So, should be really good.
Is it 7.0?
The tournament is, but they're going to have FR there. Yeah, I think they're going to have FR there. I think, right? Yeah, I'm sure they're going to have FR there. They're just going to have a tournament on 7.
Yeah, Mike said that every event that's going to have Tekken 7 will have FR. So.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So we're going to be able to play that. I'm not sure what I'm commentating there, but there's a chance I might do some Street Fighter. I don't know for sure. But either way, I'm so excited. This is going to be my 3rd year at North-South Majors, and it is a super good tournament. Super dope. Seattle's awesome. I can't wait. So if there's no podcast next week, that's because I'm there. Anyway, sorry about that. I totally remembered when you were talking. But go ahead. Plug your channels, Rip.
Twitch.tv/levelupyourgame. I'm going to probably stream Oculus tomorrow. I don't know what I'm going to stream on it yet, though. Am I allowed to stream porn if I don't show anything?
Yeah.
Well,
if I have audio.
What do you mean porn? It has to be a game.
No. Real. I'm creative.
What's creative about that?
With the 18 and over, like, don't be a child watching this, click the link thing.
I mean, you've seen the videos on YouTube where they've done that, but like they don't show anything.
Yeah, I haven't seen that, so I don't know. Is that something that's allowed?
I don't know.
Twitch?
Twitch can be kind of, whatever about their terms of agreement. They can ban you for whatever. I mean, Giuna didn't show any titties and he got banned.
What did he get banned for?
Showing titties.
Oh.
but there was a bikini on, and then he got banned. Whatever.
He showed titties and he got banned, huh? How
What?
does that happen? Who are these Twitch cops are just around looking for pepperonis, huh? Anyway, good shit. All right, Oculus, whatever. How is that? I haven't even talked to you about that. Oculus must be dope, right?
It is dope, but they're lacking content still. I mean, it's only been out for like 3 weeks now, so it'll ramp up later. A lot of people who bought the thing aren't even receiving it yet. They're still shipping out to Kickstarter people right now.
Yeah.
So the people who actually paid for it aren't going to get it for like another month or something. I think they said May, like middle May, end of May is when people who bought it are actually going to start getting it.
It seems like the Oculus could be such a potentially great way to spook yourself in a game, right? Like a really scary, immersive type of thing.
There's a lot of potential for it, but like it's in ways that people haven't really figured out yet. So it's still kind of in this like weird prototype phase where the real big developers aren't jumping into it, and that's the saddest part because the better the content looks, the better the experience is on it. So right now it's in this weird state of like, oh man, I came up with this really cool idea that scares your ass, but I don't have a big ass team, so I made this really shitty looking thing to scare you. You know?
A piece of paper pops up in front of you and scares you.
Exactly. Gotcha. So I mean, it still has a lot of potential. It's just a matter of the big guys jumping on board and releasing stuff for it. And I think as the retail units start shipping to everybody, I think it's gonna do a lot better.
Well, you know what? Honestly, I still think that VR is like it's gonna be a gimmick. It's gonna be like 3D TVs and mini discs and laser discs. Nobody.
It's so funny how it's a clear divide on this shit too. Because I listen to like sports talk radio and like there's these two guys that those talk about it. One guy is like it's the future, and the other guy's like, hell no. I don't like that thing. I don't like my cars driving themselves in the
What the
future.
fuck? I don't want Windows 10. Fucking me and Graham Wolf till the end.
So it's a pretty interesting divide there. I'm personally, I think VR is gonna do well. I don't know if it's right now, but I mean it's gonna happen for sure. And I just don't know how soon it's gonna pick up. I think right now it might be a good time though.
Gaming on it is pretty whack. Most of the gaming stuff on it is whack, and I don't think that's the selling point of VR. I never did.
So it's like movies and the sports and shit,
other
right?
kinds of content, like sports and stuff. I think sports in it's gonna be crazy. Like I've already watched a bunch of little sport clips, and like that shit is crazy. Dude. Like I'll watch like a hockey thing, like NHL, and you're like front row in front of like the glass, and you see the guys getting like checked right there. So I was like, oh, he got fucked up. It's like it's so sick.
That does sound pretty crazy. Well, you could go to a Raider game and watch like Raider fans fucking giving blowjobs. I heard that.
Stabbing people.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy. You can see people give blowjobs at Raider games. I can't believe that's allowed. Oh my gosh.
And VR is porn apparently, according to the chat.
Dude, that is the best. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Gross,
dude.
I don't want to hear about your fucking weird ass fleshlight attached
better
to your...
than you could have imagined.
I was just thinking about the simulator where we microwave a hot dog for like 10 seconds and slap
your face.
Yeah, gross.
Best simulation ever.
Oh man, I love hot dogs. Anyway, all right. Rickstah, you've been playing Yakuza, right? Go ahead.
Yeah, follow me on Twitch at Ricksteezy, RickSteeezy, same as my Twitter handle. I'm gonna stream after this.
Nice.
I got this old ass PlayStation joystick I bought on the internet. It's a programmable joystick. Apparently, it's really.
Which one? Let me see it.
Oh man, I gotta get it. Hold on.
What is it called? Do you remember?
Hold on.
All right, I want to see it. Those old programmable Hori sticks are super rare and really cool. That thing looks like a piece of junk. Is it a good one?
Spital Sangyo something or other.
Okay.
That looks great.
How much?
That's like $40-$50.
Oh, that's a great deal. Have you tested it?
Yeah, the stick actually kind of sucks. But
okay. But does it work?
Stickers, that's cool.
Stickers, huh?
Yeah.
Does it fucking work?
It works. So
nice.
I'm gonna play on it tonight. I mean, it's not meant to be for like competitive joystick though. It's meant to be fucked around with the programmable shit.
Of course.
I was able to do a one button electric. That was
yeah, that's what I'm talking about. One button electrics. That's super tight.
Mm-hmm. So, but I'm planning just playing some like old fighting games on my PlayStation 2 later today.
Cool, sick.
So could you put that into like one of those Brook converters or something, and put it into like a PS4?
I wonder if because you might be able to. I don't know if there's a Brook converter for a PlayStation 2 to 4 or anything like that. But
I mean, maybe you go like 2 to 3 and then 3 to 4.
3 to 4, yeah, and then get like hella like 2-minute delays and shit.
Yeah, but it'll be programmable, so it'll just be like boom, boom, boom.
Yeah,
right?
one button air legs. I've been thinking about that. Trust me.
Oh yeah, neutral jump air legs every time. That's pretty cheap. All right, whatever. You guys got bitch callings or what?
My bitch calling has to be fucking AT&T.
Oh boy.
Like, dude, shut up. At work.
Man, what do you think this is? The Better Business Bureau? You just complain about like.
Yes, that is exactly what this is. All right, look.
All right.
So look, we got new internet and phones from AT&T, and it got installed on Friday. And of course, the internet's fine. We get no phone service on Friday. I call the fucking Philippines to talk to these bitches about my phone, and the shit doesn't work.
Why'd you call the Philippines to do that?
Because that's where the goddamn support is.
That's not where you called. Anyway, go ahead.
And then the phone people, like, they're like, oh, dude, you got to open up these ports on this router. I'm like, well, you know, your shitty company won't let me open the ports on my router, so you got to contact the internet department. So I'm like, what? Okay, fine. So I contact the internet department, right? And then these motherfuckers are like, and they're in India, of course, right? They're not in the same fucking continent. And then these guys are like, oh, well, you know, we can't really do this for you because you don't have this account or whatever, right? You need your circuit ID. I spent like 3 hours, no joke, getting this circuit ID. I come back to them, and then they're like, oh, thanks for circuit ID, but you're not authorized on your account. I'm like, what do you mean I'm not authorized on my account? They're like,